Hey guys, I'm Mikey, back here for the video. Guys, today what we're going to be doing is predicting the next promo, which most likely will be the playoff promo, and all the masters in that promo. Now, if you did not see my video earlier today, going ahead and talking about the playoff promo and what to expect, go check that out. But plain and simple, what I went ahead and said about was that there are 6 AFC and 6 NFC masters will come out in this promo. Of course, with 2 overall legends, playoff legends, but I'm not going to predict those playoff legends because this year EA has released so many new players. I wouldn't be surprised if those playoff legends are players we have never even seen before in Madden. Keep that in mind. With that in mind, though, guys, again, we will be looking at 6 AFC, and I will be looking at 7 NFC teams because Cowboys and the Eagles right now are on the fence. They're playing this week. We're going to find out who is the champion, and depending on who the champion is, will determine if, the Eagles are in or the Cowboys are in. So, with that in mind, guys, let's get right into it. Also, I did go ahead and release my playoff prediction video. So, that will be kind of my hand corner. I went ahead and talked about Week 16, Week 17, and the whole entire playoffs and who wins the Super Bowl. Guys, if you can do me a favor watching this video right now, go ahead and comment on that video. Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? And I think 90% of the people here are going to say the Dallas Cowboys. So, prove me wrong. Go ahead and tell me who's going to win that Super Bowl. But, guys, we're going to be going ahead and starting off on the AFC. Now, this is the record and the setting of the AFC before this week, before Week 16 is concluded, and we find out who wins or loses. So, let's go ahead now and start off with the quarterback. And I believe that the guy we're going to be getting for the Baltimore Ravens is none other than Lamar Jackson. I do think, they could do some other options. Definitely, and again, keep in mind, this master will most likely be a 95 overall master, but his card currently in the game is a 93, so it would only be a 2+2 upgrade. So again, they're all better options, but I mean, he is the master. He is the Baltimore Ravens right now. He is everything in Ravens. So I do believe our starting master for the Ravens will be Lamar Jackson. Who else could it be? Marcus Peters, Mark Ingram. I mean, Ravens have a lot of guys who are playing out of their mind. But again, my prediction is Mr. Lamar Jackson. Patriots master. We had it last year. I feel like we have it every single year. I have 2 options here, okay? This is like some of these teams, I have 1 or 2, right? So, my first prediction is going to be Tom Brady. Currently, his best card in the game is a 92 overall Harvest card. That's NAT. So, if you want Brady right now, other than the Harvest card, you have to go ahead and buy Bam with this 88 overall. Nonetheless, though, I do believe we could see, personally speaking, a, what's his name? Stephon Gilmore. Gilmore has been playing out of his mind. Top 5. We could see him as a 95 overall master with this promo. Now, keep in mind, real fast, before I go ahead and go too far into this, we will be getting a Team of the Year after this. Well, after technically the Super Bowl. It's like between that promos. So it's playoff, Super Bowl, and Team of the Year. We will be getting a Team of the Year promo. So that does kind of, some of these predictions might be a little bit different depending on what Team of the Year players we get. We'll most likely get a Team of the Year Lamar Jackson. My prediction is he'll be in the 97. So if he gets a 95 with this promo, he'll go ahead and get a 97 with the next promo. That's my personal prediction. But again, we could get a Stephon Gilmore or a Tom Brady. That is my 2 predictions. Nonetheless, though, let's go ahead and go on to the next guy, and that's going to go ahead and be the the Texans, and my prediction is going to be Amari Cooper. Now, Amari Cooper, the DeAndre Hopkins. Now, I know a lot of people might say, like, oh, well, Deshaun Watson's going to get it. And I could see that, but honestly, I just don't see EA releasing too many quarterbacks with this promo. They didn't do it last year. They didn't do it the year before. And I couldn't see them continuously releasing a lot of quarterbacks, especially because this promo, although, yes, it is fun to have quarterbacks, like it's fun to have, Aaron Rodgers or have Lamar Jackson, at some point, the whole promos are based on you being able to build a team with those players, right? You being able to play with all those players. And I feel like if they do that and you're not able to go ahead and utilize all the players on the squad. Nonetheless, though, let's go ahead now and take a look at our next guy. And our next guy is going to go ahead and be the Buffalo Bills. And this is actually a one or two options here. I have Tre'Davious White or Mitch Morse. Mitch Morse has been playing out of his mind for the Buffalo Bills, of course, their center. And also Tre'Davious White is also playing very, very great. So it could be, again, one of those two options. Currently 91 overall, and Mitch Morse currently has a 90 overall in Madden. So one of those two options for the Buffalo Bills. Now for the Kansas City Chiefs, I had to skip over them real fast. I do believe we will be receiving, in my opinion, Tyreek Hill. We could also receive Travis Kelce. That's another option. Tyreek currently best card in the game is 91 overall. Currently the best card for Travis Kelce in the game is a 90 overall. Let me double check that. Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, 90 overall. Tony G, man. 90 overall for Travis Kelce. So we could be seeing one of those two as the master, as a 95 overall. Honestly speaking, I hope we see a Tyreek Hill because, I mean, we've been getting a lot of receivers with really great speed lately. It would be nice to see, if we got a Tyreek Hill. Even though all the other receivers are fast as heck too, but I love Tyreek. Next guy we have here is going to go ahead and be the Steelers guy. Now, this is going to go ahead and be, in my opinion, TJ Watt. But keep in mind, this could change depending on how the playoffs change. If the Ravens do go ahead and beat the Steelers next week, that changes some things. Well, it doesn't. It depends on what the Titans do and what the Raiders do and the Browns do. But I'm going to look at this as the aspect of the Steelers make the playoffs. Okay, that's how I'm looking at this. Obviously, we could see the Titans in there. We could see some other teams in there, but I'm going to go as if the Steelers made the playoffs. And I do believe that will be TJ Watt. If the Titans make the playoffs, we could see a Derrick Henry. If the Browns make the playoffs, we could see a Nick Chubb. If the Raiders made the playoffs, we could see a Brandon Jacobs. Oh my God, that's a Giants guy. We could see Josh Jacobs, and that would be awesome because we'd get him for free with if you had his rookie premier card. Now let's go ahead and switch over to the NFC, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about the San Francisco 49ers. Starting off right away, we're going to go ahead and cover the number one guy on their team, I feel like, and that's going to be Mr. Bosa. Bosa just is a monster right now. 91 overall being his best card in Madden. I do see him getting the 95 overall upgrade personally because this card, this guy is amazing. This guy is the master of the 49ers. There's a lot of great players on the 49ers. Don't get me wrong. They have a lot of injuries. They're a great team, but Nick Bosa is just a monster. Definitely defensive rookie of the year. Next guy we have here is going to be the Packers, and I do believe we will see Aaron Rodgers. Again, I know another quarterback, but the Packers are a great team, but this is one of the best quarterbacks of all decade, I won't say all time, but like top 15 all time. Raji is Aaron Rodgers, man. So with that in mind, 92 overall, I do believe he would get a 95 overall with that update. Next guy we have here is going to be the Seattle Seahawks. And again, I'm not trying to talk about quarterbacks every single team, but I kind of have to. There's no one on the Seahawks other than Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner could be the master here. But I think the MVP, other than Lamar Jackson, him and Lamar tied, in my opinion, for MVP. I still think Russell's a little bit better, like MVP-wise for the whole entire team. But nonetheless, my man, 91 overall, I think will be the master. It could be Bobby Wagner, but my personal opinion is Russell Wilson. Next guy we have here is going to be the Saints, and that's going to go ahead and be, it could be Drew Brees, but I don't believe it will. I believe it will be Cam Jordan. Currently, his best card in the game right now is going to go ahead and be, and he's a left end. I think it's a 90 overall. Well, go ahead and see. Yep, 90 overall Cam Jordan signature card. So I do believe he will be getting an upgrade from this card to a 95 overall with the playoff promo. Next guy we have here is going to go ahead and be the Minnesota Vikings, who actually clinched the playoffs tonight after the Rams loss. And that's going to go ahead and be Dalvin Cook. Dalvin has just been playing out of his mind. He literally carries the Vikings at most points of the season. Nonetheless, though, Dalvin Cook should be the master for this team. Next guy we have is going to go ahead and be two different teams. I have the Eagles and I have the Cowboys on here because, of course, the Eagles, they and the Cowboys face off head-to-head, and depending on who wins, will win the division. So, I'm going to go ahead and talk about Zeke Elliott for the Dallas Cowboys. I know I messed up earlier and said Amari Cooper. Obviously, Amari Cooper would not be. He just got a card, I believe. So with that in mind, it's going to go ahead and be Zeke Elliott, in my opinion, for the Dallas Cowboys. His best card being a 92 overall. And if it is the Philadelphia Eagles, I do believe it's going to be Lane Johnson. I was kind of going back and forth on this one because it could be Carson Wentz. I know they have decent amount of good players on the squadron. But nonetheless, though, I just feel like I don't think it will be a quarterback first off. And Lane Johnson does have a 92 overall in the game, but he is one of the best right tackles in the game. So I could see him receiving a 95 overall master with the playoff promo. Now, keep in mind, guys, we also, with the playoff promo, we also have the not Super Bowl. So we have Team of the Year promo in that mix. So it's going to be crazy when we have, the playoff, Team of the Year, Super Bowl. Then we get into Ultimate Legends. Then we get into crazy crap, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe button. See you guys next one. Peace out.